We need to talk about marketing burnout. Now, anytime somebody asks the question, when should I stop marketing myself? Almost every single VA coach is going to say the same thing. Never. But I'm not every coach. I have a completely different opinion about this. Marketing as a virtual assistant is important. You have to be able to share your services, your skills, the value that you bring. You have to be able to connect with people online. But the truth is, you cannot continually market yourself if you are burning yourself out. Now, there are some signs that you need to look out for that might indicate that you are reaching, wow, I can't even talk. I'm reaching burnout. That you are reaching marketing burnout. The first one that comes to my mind is that you are dreading marketing tasks. So if you used to feel like it was exciting to create Canva graphics or blog posts or short videos, and now you are procrastinating to the point where you don't want to create any social posts, where you dread virtual networking events, maybe you even find yourself avoiding your inboxes, that is a huge sign that you are way the heck burned out. Similarly, you might be feeling super exhausted. Like if you are constantly feeling the pressure to promote yourself and your business and it's taking huge tolls on your energy and you're feeling uninspired, that is a bad sign. Here's an even worse sign. If you're so burned out from your marketing cycle that you are avoiding other areas of your business. Now this sounds a little counterintuitive, but hear me out. If your obsession with marketing yourself is causing you to work so hard on marketing that you are neglecting other important parts of your business, like client work or figuring out your bookkeeping, your finances, your income, your expenses, or even taking breaks and like really taking care of yourself, these are really bad signs. So what I want to focus on in this video is creating a more sustainable strategy so that you can still advertise your business without burning to a crisp. All right, so the real key to any burnout is creating a sustainable system. I want you to say that again. The real key to avoiding burnout in anything in your life, you have to have a system in which you are not constantly creating content 24/7 every day of the year. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set realistic goals. I do not want you to try to create all the marketing for an entire year in one day. That is insane. The first thing I want you to do is focus on the platforms where your clients are probably hanging out. I absolutely do not want you to be on every single social platform. That would be insane. And that is a full-time job called social media marketers. We do not have time for that. I want you to instead focus on a few key channels where your clients actually are. And an example of that is, let's just say that you are an admin person who wants to work with CEOs of tech startups in San Francisco. Like that is how specific I want you to be. And now I want you to ask yourself, where do you think tech startup CEOs in San Francisco hang out online? They probably, because they're business-based, hang out on LinkedIn. And maybe that's it. But if you're posting on LinkedIn, and then you're posting on Facebook, and then you're making a unique video for TikTok, and then you're making a unique post with graphics for Instagram, chances are you have just spent like 5 hours creating videos and graphics for the CEO who you're trying to target, who will literally never see that work. So that's your first step. You gotta be specific. You gotta find the channels where your clients are hanging out, and you've gotta stick to those and those alone. Next, I want you to automate wherever possible. So yes, you can use tools like social media schedulers. There are tools like Buffer and Hootsuite, but also those cost money. So if you're trying to automate and keep your costs low, I just want you to know that almost every social media platform has a scheduling tool embedded within it. So if you write a post or an article or want to share something on LinkedIn, you can schedule those for later, so that you're not constantly posting something day of and constantly churning out content and then needing to make more content to keep up with your daily schedule. That's exhausting. I'd also really like to encourage you to bulk create content. Bulk creating is probably one of my favorite things to do because creating content constantly, daily, every 2 days, like if you're creating content that takes you a little while and then you post it, and then the next day it takes you an hour to do something and then you post it. And then the next day it takes you an hour to do something and then you post it. That's a waste of your time and that's really exhausting. It's also hard to be creative. It's hard to keep up with creative ideas when you're constantly just like creating and posting and then you're like, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. So I want you to think about bulk creating. Go onto ChatGPT, go use Gemini. Type out things like who your ideal clients are, what your services are, and be like, hey, I'm trying to reach these people. Can you help me think of blog posts for LinkedIn? Can you help me think of a couple posts for TikTok, Twitter, like wherever your clients are, whatever platforms you're using. And once you drill down on some topics that are interesting and you think are going to be interesting and relevant to your ideal clients, then go ahead and carve out a couple hours in your day. It doesn't need to be all day long, but carve out a couple hours where you can bang out those blog posts, where you can film yourself doing some videos, and then schedule them to go out either, once a day or maybe twice a week or 3 times a week or whatever it is that you decide to do. Last but not least, you might be asking yourself, is it ever okay to take a break from this marketing cycle? My answer is yes, a resounding yes. There are times in my own career, I've been doing this for 12 years, that I am either fully booked and working with clients way too much, or I just freaking need a break because I'm exhausted. There are times on this YouTube channel that I will have 4 weeks where nothing goes out, and that's okay. And I just want to reiterate that while consistency can be a real boon, a real asset to your business, if you're feeling so burned out, go ahead and take that break. Stop the marketing. Because ultimately, if you're so burned out that you never, ever go back to marketing efforts, or you're so burned out that you're just like, I'm going to avoid this forever, that's not going to do you any good. It's not going to make or break your business. So that is my unconventional answer. Most people will say, never stop marketing, but my answer is take care of yourself. Be strategic about the things you're going to put out there. Schedule them so that not every post goes out every day. And if you can, consider bulk creation so that you're not creating new stuff every single day. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's video, by the way. And I hope I find you in a more well-rested place in your life on next week's video. Wow.